Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new what if. What if Deku had Hisui and Zorua powers, the Winter Fox? And I hope you like this video. Izuku Midoriya was born in the winters. His family was banished to the cold of the winter of the hills. Izuku and his family died, but Izuku kept on getting better and better at surviving, using his illusions and keeping his secret unknown with his illusions. Meanwhile, a certain Shoto Todoroki was with a certain person, and she was going to see her. Hi, Miss Philippines Ivy. Shoto, welcome back. How are you? And Shoto smiles at her. Not bad. And she knows that Shoto's mind was not looking at hers. She's thinking of something else. And she clapped her hands and thinks of something. Shoto asked, what's the matter? What are you thinking about? And she smiles and thinks of a good idea. We are going to the hills, winter hills, and staying on animals. And Shoto was smiling for a long time. And she and Professor Philippines Ivy are packing and getting ready to go to the part of Japan's icy place. And when Shoto was getting to back home, she was noticing how much her father was wanting to make her into the next #1 hero that is superior to All Might. And Endeavor says, Shoto! Where are you? We need to do some trainings. And Shoto, silent and says, no, I'm getting ready to go to the winter, to check out some things in part of the forest. Never sighs and says, fine, but we need to train. And we got it. Shadow getting front and it's angry and says, I'm not dealing with this again. Just let me do. Have fun for once. Fine. Shoto made it to Professor Philippines Ivy to the car. And she says, are you ready? Yes, ma'am. Let's go. She goes to the lunge where they can go and see animals in the woods without interrupting them. But when they were going to be coming to the lounge, Shadow saw a red and white haired boy with red eyes with a fox tail. And Shoto says, huh? Where did that come from? And Professor Philippines says, anything wrong, Shoto? Nothing. Just something in my head. She smiles and sees, and they both see the lounge. And Ivy says, good, we're here. And Shadow says, wow, this place is really calm, peaceful. Well, it is the place that doesn't rely on human contact. It's where I usually go to study on other animals. And Shadow remembers the time when they met. Shoto was depressed when she was dealing with her dad's constant training. But when Professor Ivy came, her life changed a bit. But not much. Ivy usually helps out, try to keep Shoto in a good place. But when she goes to back home, she can't really help out much. And this is the way that they can help. She can help out. And Izuku, who sees two people in the winter forest and disappears. Shoto and Professor Ivy are ready to explore the animals and study on their behavior. And Professor Ivy and Shoto walk to snow shovel and snow. Got through the snow, but when they see a certain animal, like deers, around the lake drinking and hiding from people from out of state. She and Professor Ivy see how they are hiding and how they are. But when Shoto was looking at the deers, she sees the same boy. Huh? What the? And Professor Ivy says, What's the matter, Shoto? It's the same boy I see. So, let me see. And he disappears again. Let's go. Okay. Professor Ivy and Shoto go to the other legs. But when they go back to the lounge, it disappeared. And Professor Ivy and Shoto said, "Where's the lounge?" It was here a moment ago. Did we get lost? Shoto gets panicked. Oh, man. Grabbing her hair. Is there somebody gonna hear, or somebody's gonna find us? And Professor Ivy says, "Calm down." Shoto, with a straight smile, says, "It's fine. We'll retract our footing." And Shoto and Professor Ivy backtracked their footing and noticing that their foot snow prints were not in the right place. And Shadow says, this is weird. Somebody's trying to keep us out, or trying to get us out of here. Professor Ivy thinks the same thing, but when they were they heard something, and a net trap comes out and captures the something. And Izuku and Professor Ivy and Shoto walk to check what was that. And hidden in the snow, you see two men capturing a young boy. And the two men were, this kid is annoying as hell. Yeah, why was he being so quick with his silent approaches? It was pretty easy to figure out, that's for sure. But the other person says, but it's strange. Why was he more keeping? He was dealing with somebody else. And Professor Ivy says, looks like it's people who try to steal quirks or trying to use them. And Chodo, surprised to hear what they are doing and what Ivy said. Then you must help him. And when the team of grunts put the net down, and this, the boy trying to wriggle out of his the net, but the grunt was, don't even think about it, and bit his leg. Ah! Don't worry, it's just a prank. If I wanted you dead, you would have been dead. It's only supposed to keep you from not moving. But I never said it would hurt. Smiling, the grunt shouts out for the other one. Hey! Let's get to going! The boss wants him! Then the grunt falls from the snow and knocked out. And the grunt says, Huh? Is this your doing, little bastard? And the boy, surprised on what he sees, and says, showing his face, nodding no. And the grunt says, what the hell is going on? This is not. Boss never told us there were two. Or maybe there's somebody out there seeing this. Where are they? Then Shoto uses ice on the grunt. Yeah. What are you already capturing him? That's none of your business, kid. And Professor Ivy hits him with a stick to the head. Now, we don't want to get that easy hard now. And Shoto says, are you okay? Then the boy, breathing hard, and Professor Ivy says, get him back to the lounge. And Shoto says, right. And the boy passes out. And the boy was sleeping on a bed. And Shoto says, who is he? And Professor Ivy says, I don't know. But his quirk is different. His quirk looks more different than any other I've seen. And the boy wakes up, fighting the drug, panting heavy. Hey, Shoto puts her hands up. You're not here to hurt you. The boy still doesn't trust them. Then Professor Ivy says, don't worry, we're here to keep you safe from them. And Shoto says, thinks to her mind, says, alright, I've got that Professor Ivy has a quirk called Love Bird. Her quirk allows her to read the emotions and think about the person's feelings. I see you're all alone, facing things that you don't want to deal with. Fear and little anger. Don't worry. We're here. We're gonna help. Izuku breathes slowly and heavy. And stop. Puts his stance down. And Professor Ivy says, "Who are you?" And he says, "I am Izuku Midoriya." Passing out from the train once again. And Shadow says, "Who's he?" Seems like we're gonna take care of him. And that's where I'm leading off. I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus Ultra.